We're connected to this world through our senses.
Hello, I'm deeply delighted to share this moment with you once again. Today we're looking at a very interesting subject, principle. It's important for us to live our life based on sets of rules, principles, guidelines that God has outlined for us. Because if we don't know the principles that God wants us to live our life with, definitely we'll be living a misplaced life. We'll be living below our potentials. It's very, very important. Principles are sets of rules. Some time ago, I was able to acquire an item, and this electrical device, I unwrapped it, and it was complex. It was very, very complicated. I couldn't really get my way around it, but luckily the manual was there, so I reached out to the manual, and after studying the manual, I now had the understanding on how to operate this device. I think that's just what principle is all about. Principles are sets of rules, are guidelines that helps us to maximally utilize or to effectively utilize the things that we have. Let's say how to live our life now. What we need to do, the best way to live our life is to live by God's own principle. By God's own principle. Because there are a lot of laws out there today that are violating the laws of God. There are a lot of principles out there today that are being enacted that are, for lack of a better word, are downplaying, are watering down the laws of God, the principles of God. We must live our lives as children of God, as people who really want to please God with our lives, as people who really want to fulfill purpose. It's crucial, it's imperative that we comprehend the principles of God. It's very, very important. The story of Samson will always come to mind when we think of people who violated the rules and the principles of God. Samson was a valiant man, was a veteran. His purpose was made known to his family, and I believe his family also must have told him what his purpose was, why he was created, what God wanted him to do. And a set of rules, principles were given to the parent to guide Samson with. But when Samson grew up, he violated those principles, and as a result of that, he ended up in the hand of the wrong person, which caused his death. A lot of people today have ended their life because they went away out of God's plans and purpose for their lives. And more so, they devalue, they look down on the principles that God has given them to guide their purpose. I remember there's this young guy I know, a very gifted guy, very talented footballer. But there's something that was so pronounced about him. He's a reckless rider. He ride a power bike. Very reckless guy, and he was cautioned, young man, don't cut short your life because you are talented. You should preserve. You should be careful how you live your life. Oh, he felt, oh, nothing, no problem, nothing is gonna happen. He was just so careless about the way he lived his life, and he had an accident and ended up his life. So what am I trying to say here is this: when you are careless about how to live your life, when you ignore the principles of God that are supposed to take you to the next level, definitely you can never fulfill purpose in life. You can never get to the peak that God has prepared for you. It's important for us to live our life based on the set of rules as contained in the Word of God. The Word of God should be our guiding principle, because a man of principle is a man that will definitely live a focused life. You want to live a focused life? You want to live a life that is void of distractions? Be principled. Be a man that is principled. A man of principle is highly respected, is highly regarded, even in the society. We know great men today that we appreciate their life because principles that help them to live the life they are living. A man that really wants to get to his destiny would definitely be a man that lives by sets of rules, sets of values, principles that will help him to fulfill purpose in life. Also, a man of principle is a man that lives with clarity. Clarity. A man of principle is a man that lives with clarity. There's no ambiguity about him. He knows what he wants, he knows where he should be, and he does what he's supposed to do. We identify them by the clarity of purpose concerning their life. So it's important as a man that really want to function well, you want to fulfill God's plan and purpose for your life, you must live by a set of principles. If what you have been given to do on earth does not require you to do some certain things, and you neglect those instructions, those principles that are guiding the preservation of your potential, definitely you'll be living a life of failure. You'll be living a life of failure. If what you are doing it demands you to be focused, demands that you live a life of integrity, to live a life of diligence, to live the life of hard work, if you don't do that, definitely you will be living a frustrated life. If what you have been given demands for you to be prayerful, I believe we all should be praying. But if you feel like, oh no, I prayed once in a month, that's all, no. The Bible says we should pray without ceasing. So a man of principle is a man that goes by a set of rules. When you live your life based on a set of rules, definitely your life will be okay. I remember a young lady whose aspiration is to be a medical doctor, but she was so careless and she's always with different guys. Then I had to talk to this young lady. We know you are beautiful and you want to be a medical doctor, but you have to live a decent life. You don't hop around men just because you are beautiful, because people are saying you are beautiful, and because of that you are always there. No. She ended up getting pregnant and she couldn't further her education. So when you violate a set of principles that guides your purpose in life, you will be putting your life into danger. So I'm encouraging you today that if truly you want to be great and you want your greatness to be fulfilled, you must live by principles. Thank you.